All right, guys, welcome back to another crypto market update. We're going to go over what we've seen all weekend, some things you should look forward to with this big crash and what you should be doing right now, and some things that are leading to this crash. Okay, we're going to be on top of it, and we're going to get into it right now.
All right, well, let's get into it. Let's look at the market right now. It's a pretty ugly thing to look at right now. Everything is down. Everything was down. Bitcoin. Look at that. That's pretty terrible. That's ugly looking. What is that? Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin. So that's down. It was down 15%. When I looked at it the other day, and it's just tanking. It looks like it wants to barely sneak back up. A lot of people were talking like $42,000 was a good point, that if it broke below that, a lot of people were going to get really, really nervous, potentially get out of the market. But it's hovering above it. I think it's where is it sitting right now?
You say 42? It's at 49.
Yeah, it's at 49, so it's kind of bouncing back. It's really slow, though. It's really slow and ugly looking, so I don't know. We really want something popping back up if we want to be happy about this market.
Well, and the Gaussian channel, which is something that indicates a bear market. If we close below that, that could typically mean, and the last two has started the trend of a bear market. Now, we're flirting with that line, and we're kind of touching it and bouncing off of it. But honestly, I'm not scared or worried about it. I think we're going to climb out of it. I do not think this bull run is over by any means whatsoever. I do think that it's going to take longer than everybody first thought. Like, a lot of people said November, a lot of people said December, and a lot of them are admitting they're throwing, obviously, darts at the wall. But I could see this running into March.
Yeah,
I really could.
I'm with you on this one. I mean, just traditionally looking, speaking over the last two bull runs is all I really have to go off of, is just information from other people. It looks like it's going to push a little bit deeper.
And something else that I was wondering, because of the state of obviously the pandemic, when we went through that, I wondered, did that push things off too? Did that offset the market enough to where things are going to, where people think that because it corrected, it rebounded, it set all new time highs? But realistically, does the market know that? So is it still moving further out? I don't know. That's a question I do have, though.
It's a good question. I don't have that answer, of course, but that's a good question.
So yeah, Bitcoin looking a little jaggedy. I'm not gonna lie. This not so hot.
Nope, no, it's not. I think Ethereum is bouncing back, though. Let's go back to Ethereum just really quick. I actually don't own any Ethereum. Do you have any Ethereum?
I do have just a little bit, because I had to buy Silo with it when I first started.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But not enough to even really worry about.
Yeah. That bad boy's coming back up a little bit.
It's actually done pretty well.
Yeah,
throughout these crashes.
Yeah. This clearly it dumped down to $3,100.
You'll see that. That's just some whale or some manipulation or something.
Exactly. Back up to 4,200. That's pretty solid.
Even your ability to be able to buy at the end of this red candle is zero. Like, people are like, oh, I wish I would have. Okay, do you have money in your account right now that's significant enough to buy that dip? And then also, are you looking at it right now to where it stayed down there for 3 minutes to then put in your buy order and actually get it? The answer is no.
No, for like 99.9% of the people.
Yeah.
The real people that are probably listening to this right now, that are similar to us. We're not the millionaires or the billionaires right now. Like, we don't have that availability. Because it's not real. No. All right, cool. Yeah, I did want to look at Ethereum.
Anything else you want to go over? Kind of just looking at market wise.
Yeah, change the screen.
Yeah.
There it is. Go. Why don't we just run down a couple of them? Everything's down right now.
Yeah, ADA down a crap ton.
So much. It's about
VRA down. Ooh.
Yeah, everything
that would be a good one to snag if you have some money. Why don't we go over one each, and just what's one you're looking at that if you had a bunch of money, where would you throw it? I know mine right now.
Yeah, honestly, I actually what was it that we were talking about the other day? Harmony One.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that the other day. I sold off some Luna. Actually, I'm not good at this, but I got lucky this time. I sold it at 77, which the peak was $78. I sold it at 77.
Yeah.
So I got kind of lucky and sold a bunch off there, and then I bought some Harmony One, just because I really do like that project. I'm probably going to accumulate more coming up when we do get into the bear market, which again I don't think it is right now, but that is my number one that I did put money into.
Yeah.
But if I had $1 billion right now, I really feel like the Crypto.com thing. It's about half off right now. It's like 50% of its all-time high. Like, people are going to start to go to Crypto.com because of because of the
Not only the
Staples
name.
Center, the
Yeah.
name. I mean, it's so easy to find, and it's actually an easy app that I've been using the last couple
And
days.
what they sign, a 20-year lease or something,
Yeah.
or a 20-year whatever.
20 years,
So it ain't
$700
going
million.
nowhere.
I mean, that would be what I would sink some cashola into right now. What about you? What's yours?
If I had $1 billion right now, it'd be old XRP.
XRP.
XRP under whatever cents, 80 cents is unreal.
Yeah.
That is such a discount, and I think all that's FUD. I think it's not going to matter. In the second that switches, you're going to see XRP probably 10x.
Yeah, if you had,
you're going to see it go through the roof.
If you have some money sitting on the sideline and you are watching the news consistently, the second that they say that the lawsuit is okay, it's good to go, it's in the favor of Ripple.
Yes.
I would sink that money into it right then, because it's almost going to be too late, like we were just talking about a minute ago.
I love the VeChain and Harmony one. These are going to be my babies. We're going to have a VeChain video coming out very soon.
Cool.
But Harmony one, I think that'd be another couple really good buys.
I do like VeChain as well. I have some VeChain. Yeah, it's a good project. Cool. Yeah, so that's our $1 million thought of what we would sink some cashola into.
All right, well, let's get into some of the great reasons of why this crash is happening and we have no more money.
So Yahoo Finance, basically we were looking at this article earlier. We thought it'd be a good one to just briefly touch on. There are 3 things that this Yahoo Finance article believes is the reason. One of it being the Fed, of course, spreading some FUD.
Of course, the Fed.
Yep, yeah. Could burst the Bitcoin and crypto bubble because of all the BS going on with the money, with the Federal Reserve tapering, with the inflation rate, blah, 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 blah. I've heard it a billion times.
He also warned Bitcoin's price could drop below $10,000.
$10,000. I mean, yeah, it could. It could, but
but every week, every single week, you guys are going to see an article like this, and you're going to see probably 10 of these articles versus one good article. It's just like that. It's just like that saying where, you know, if someone has a good experience at a restaurant, they're like however many times likely to review it. If they have a bad experience, they're like 10 times more likely to tell you about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, or to tell their friends about it. That's the exact same thing with crypto.
Exactly. I have a hair in my eye or something. It's not going away. Flip that thing before we move it.
All right, getting good at that. Just 2 buttons that we couldn't figure out, but we got it now.
Number 2, we
here
don't
we
want to
go.
talk about the word. You can read it on the screen if you want to. We don't want to get censored or anything like
here.
that. That's the word we will not speak of because it is BS to speak of. So, there's a new variant. Everyone knows it. Everyone's heard about it. Blah, blah, blah. Let's skip over that.
Yep.
The third thing, this is actually maybe an okay point, but I don't think it would drop 20% in the market.
No, it's not going to be the main reason. I'm 100% with you. I see this all the time as far as when the holidays come by. And there probably is some drop to be said about that. But why would, when it's already pretty low, my thing is people who are experienced, if they're selling for the holidays, they know what's going on. Why would you sell... Why are you going to sell a bunch off when it's already in the red? People know to wait to let that go back up. They're not going to sell when it's already at a 30% correction, and then it takes another 10% correction, and then another 10.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe people don't know that. Maybe people need to watch our video more, or channel more, to make sure that they don't do that. Yeah, that's selling when you're going to lose a lot of money. So don't do that, people.
I think that's it for that article.
That is it for that article. Let's go to the next one. That is... right there. Yep, $300 billion Bitcoin and crypto price crash after stark Fed warning. Check these things. All of this Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Cardano, XRP in freefall. All of the big names of crypto
Everything
world.
that's important. Let's throw it out there.
Basically, just read through the top 8 on the market cap, of course. Yeah, I mean, this article kind of goes on and on. It's a long article. Basically, one of the things that it did talk about in there, I couldn't find it a minute ago, but with the dump off of
the leverage traders.
Yeah, the leverage traders getting liquidated is huge. So basically, what that means is they hit a point to where they lost their leverage trade and they lost all their money basically. And so when that happens, it's a snowball effect of even bigger whales losing their money. Yep. Yep. So that's a big portion of that right there. Okay, we were talking about metaverse last time. I love the metaverse. I think it's cool stuff, and I think it's the new next up and coming thing. Adidas is getting into it. I saw Snoop Dogg was at a party in the metaverse. I don't know. Colin's not the biggest sucker into it just yet.
I'm not a believer. I'm just not a. It's not my thing.
He's not 100% hopping in, cannonballing into the metaverse. But looks like
if you're a metaverse on the fencer like me, go ahead and like the video.
Yeah, like the video while you're there. Just like Colin's shirt. I kind of like it. It's great.
Yeah, and if you really like the metaverse like Joe does, go ahead and like the video.
And if you hate the metaverse, actually, you might as well like the video.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Decentraland, they had a $2.5 million plot of land that was bought last week. I guess the intent from the person that bought it was that they wanted to buy this for fashion shows. They hoped that Louis Vuitton or other people would hop into the metaverse and buy this plot of land from them so that you can go there and watch people show off their stuff, I guess. Also, Sandbox had a $4.3 million plot of land bought. So basically, you enter into the metaverse, okay, so you're playing this game, and someone bought over $4 million of just land. One of the things, too... People say it's insane. It's mind blowing to me that it's. And
you know who probably bought that? That's probably someone who's worth $250, maybe even $1 billion, and it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah,
like $4.3 million is a joke.
Yeah, that's like us going into the metaverse and buying that pebble over there that's worth 7 cents.
Yeah,
like,
you just bought a whole box of pins.
Exactly.
That's what that person just did, and they're going to make $1 billion off that.
It's insane. I was listening to someone the other day. They said, hey, 20 years ago, people were like, you got to buy land. You got to buy as much land as you possibly can. Land is selling like crazy. There's only so much land. We have created a possibility where we can create now more land, which is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
Well, and you think about it, too, where the richest and wealthiest people, what do? They don't have their money really just sitting in the bank.
No.
They have it in investments. They have it in property. They have it in things that are always going to go up.
Yeah.
So they're fighting inflation versus putting it in a bank where your money is seriously not growing, and it's actually declining because money's being printed and going through the roof.
Yeah. Should we get into that little podcast at all? You want to talk about that?
Why don't we at least touch on it?
We'll just touch on it. Yes.
We'll bring it up so they can at least see it.
I would say, honestly, if you have an hour and a half to sit there and kind of listen to Michael Saylor and Tucker Carlson talk back and forth, I mean, it is an awesome
Welcome to Tucker
video.
Carlson today. I feel like
we're
most
big
people,
Tucker
you're
fans as it
aware there's
is. I
something
mean,
called-
the dude tells it to anyone straight. Doesn't matter who they are, left or right. But Michael Saylor is the co-founder of MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy is basically a software system or company. They do like a lot of like cloud services and stuff like that. I mean, billionaire, right? So he goes in depth. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's probably going to be over most people's heads. I mean,
it was over my head. I'll be honest.
We were sinking in it a little bit.
Yeah.
But really, really interesting stuff of him talking about Bitcoin and why he has bought billions of dollars of Bitcoin and how well it has worked out for him and why he thinks it's the next best thing for sure.
Well, and here's the thing. He's so smart that he is hedging his money against inflation. He is being able to say, this asset is going to keep growing regardless if it goes down or not. Eventually it will rise. But with the decline in money and now the dollar being worth less and less and less, I mean, Bitcoin, like he says in here, is the oxygen for that blood supply.
Yep. Yeah,
which
really
is crazy.
He gives so many analogies of like different things. I mean, this man is intelligent.
Yeah,
he's smart.
Yeah,
he's very smart. I think it's definitely worth listening to. Again, it's like an hour and a half though. At one point, Tucker stops and he's like, I'll be honest with you, you just talked for like 50 minutes straight. Like, that's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen.
Like, what is going on? I just listened to you and learning. Because you can tell even Tucker is like, hold on, wait a second.
Yeah, what?
He's like, wait, what? And he kind of helps us dumb it down for, I think, him and for the viewers, obviously.
Yeah, because the dude's beyond my smartness for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are real people. We are real people trying to listen and just get better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not the millionaires. We're not the billionaires that we're talking about.
Unfortunately, no.
What's your take on buy the dip?
Dude, I cannot stand it when, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, but I cannot stand it when rich people tell me to buy the dip. It's like, we're not going to tell ourselves, I mean, yeah, we're going to give you things that we like that are good projects to buy if you do have extra money, but don't tell me to buy the dip. We know. We get it. We got it. It's done.
it's understood at this point that if the price goes lower on something you think will go better,
go
buy it.
You should get some.
You should buy it.
We agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything else that you really wanted to go over?
No.
Where do you see Bitcoin going? I mean, what are you thinking here?
Man, I don't know. I listen to a lot of different people talk, and I do still firmly believe that it will get to $100,000.
I do too.
I think that you were pretty spot on this market just getting pushed out, because to go from $48,000 to $100,000 in the next 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks to 4 weeks, it could happen. Anything can happen in the crypto world, but I don't know, man. I think maybe closer to mid-January or something, probably topping out.
Well, and if you think about it, if you think about it in this terms of like just doubling, all Bitcoin has to do is double.
Yeah.
That's it. And I know that sounds like crazy, like that's it. But in crypto terms, 100% run up at double is not unheard of by any means at all.
Right.
But look at Sandbox. That went up 10x in however long, a few weeks?
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's high possibility. The market cap of Bitcoin is much higher than most else. But yeah, there's always possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Oh man, well, that's about all I got to talk about with that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right. I think we're going to keep pushing the bull market out a little bit further. I think we underestimated what the middle of last year and whole last year did to us with the whole thing that went on with us. But because I'm trying to avoid saying the word. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's kind of all I got.
All right, cool. So, just like last time, seriously, guys, if you get anything out of our videos, we're trying to pump these out as often as we possibly can. Pretty much one every single day is what it's been coming down to for the last week or two. Some have been pretty popular. You guys have been liking it. So comment below. I mean, do you want us to talk about? What other coins you want us to talk about? What are you looking into? What is your coin that you're going to be buying into in the bear market? We want to know these things. So make sure that you're liking the video. Subscribe to the channel, of course. We have a lot of people viewing the videos and watching the analytics that aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you are listening right now, hit that little subscribe button. That would be much appreciated.
Thank you guys for being with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. We appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.